am actually in a better spot than I've been in, like, a long time, I think, in a lot of ways. And, I had some time to process some stuff about, like, what I wanna do for my streaming. I had some time to process, like, who I am as an individual after this absolutely insane fucking year. Because like, if you've been here this year, if you've kept up with me at all, you know that this year for me has been fucking wild. Like, it's been so good, and also I've had, like, a lot of, like, insane, unpleasant shit happen. And so, like, I've changed as a person, as you do, you know? As you do, you change. And, I got some time, like, along with having to deal with personal whatever, to, like, evaluate who I am now. And I think I've turned into a really cool person. And I think I've grown a lot, and I think I've learned a lot. So I think it's really cool. And so I'm excited. Um, I think in terms of content, the thing is like there's only so many kinds of content that I really, really enjoy like doing on a daily basis. That is like my shit, you know, like my favorite things, you know? Um, and so like the content itself will not be changing all that significantly. I do want to going forward put more of an emphasis not on just reacting to other people's videos, you know? I want to be able to cover issues on my own footing more, you know, more to do my own personal slop rather than just reaction slop because I've been really heavy on reaction slop. Not saying we're not going to do reactions. I love reaction content. I understand why people criticize it. I too criticize it, but it is a lot of fun for me and I genuinely really enjoy it. So, reactions will always be here. It's kind of the same concepts. It's just I do want to put more of an emphasis on covering things myself. Also, in terms of VTuber shit, just understand that, like, I have very little interest in VTuber news. And so, like, I've dabbled here and there in, like, VTuber news stuff. Occasionally, I will dabble again, right? You know? Because sometimes they just, like, VTubers be up to interesting shit. But it is going to be a very, like, sparing, case-by-case basis kind of thing. Because I think a lot of VTuber stuff is very, how do I say? I think a lot of the VTuber news is, dumb. And kind of, like, impossible to talk about because if you wanna be critical or have nuance, you'll just get shit on. And I have no interest in covering content, and I also, how do I say? I don't love the, like, energy of the people who watch a lot of VTuber news stuff. Like, some of it's fine, but there are, like you know what it is that a lot of VTuber people give me gotcha people vibes? Like, when you compare the worst to the worst, they give very similar energy, and I'm just not really into it. So, will I cover VTuber stuff in the future? Yeah, probably. But, like, very sparingly. It's just not really my favorite. But yeah, that's kind of all new, like, content-wise. I also think I'm going to be a bit more, how do I say? I am going to experiment with being more forthcoming about some of my more controversial opinions. Because I have them. And I get scared to share them because people have been mean to me for opinions that I did not find controversial. And then I started to have a lot of fear about sharing any of my opinions. But I am going to be working on becoming more comfortable with some of my more controversial hot takes and so on. Because I think gotcha traumatized me a bit on having opinions.